Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready, 180. Kill.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
There's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is taken at the 10. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 8, read.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They try right side here. Gurley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. On 1st down, it's Gurley. They find some open field here. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. 39 yards there, a big one. You were telling me this yesterday is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
That's the way.
They'll run here with John Kelly. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. They snap it to Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Here we go. Set. 6-6. Pull it high. 18. Gator. Slash. Hurry, hurry. Let's go.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready up.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
60 outlaw.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll run here with Henderson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
The Chargers, first down.
57
First and 10 at the 24-yard
Hey,
line.
Wahoo! 57, Mike, 57. Bring it!
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Samson Abuka, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Stafford, he finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
And leads to third down.
Hey, 70! 57, Mike, 57. Come on, D!
On third down, here's Kamara. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
That's it, baby. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Camara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Check 50, check 53. Ready?
Staying on the ground on first with Camara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
32. Small. 57.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now Camara. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's get it. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. No chance. 57's the mic. Watch off. Ricky.
A first throw here for the backup Taylor. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Looking long for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This pass complete to Reynolds. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down. 57 a month. 57.
Here's Taylor. Going to throw again. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's Taylor. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Griggs. And that is incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on second and 13. Taylor. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, his struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Third and long, it's Taylor. And a catch made by Hopkins. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7'5".
Now you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And the ball is knocked out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taking down at the 14-yard line. 1 yard gain.
They run it again with Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now Taylor, great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, third and long. From the gun, Griggs. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 19. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Operating from the gun. Griggs. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashawn Gary. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Griggs. That's taken in. Complete to Reynolds. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Go now. 60 outlaw. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. 3 bucks. 3 bucks. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's
Throwing on 3rd and long. Griggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
What we got?
Kelly to try to punch it in. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. John Kelly, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Leo!
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. On 4th down. Griggs being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Switch. Five.
Looking to throw. Griggs, he's going to dump it off to Gurley. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Rams on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Let's go, D. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. Now on 2nd and 13. Taylor, but it's going to be 2nd down. And he coughed it up. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Yeah, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. To throw on 2nd down. Griggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. It's their quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger offense set to take over in this battle for L.A. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Throwing to start the drive. Griggs. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Taylor. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. He gets it to Thomas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. 3rd and 2, now Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. Now Taylor to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now Taylor on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. A big run there by Gurley. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Look at me, zipper.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Yep. Hey. High 7.
Back to throw. Griggs. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Looking for Woods that time.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
One last shot for Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run.